All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. For a berth in Super Bowl 53, away we go. The 2019 AFC Championship game is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Locke. And incomplete to open things up.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Locke. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Locke. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The ground. This is Jackson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to sling this deep down. And got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Off the play fake. Murray. He's got Fuller. Now the ball comes loose, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Off play action. Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive going to plan so far. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the gun, Luck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Off the play fake. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reynolds. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Murray now. Throw left side complete. That's Reynolds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing on first down. Murray. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Throwing again. Murray. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Gone. Watch him now, Barney.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Love. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10, Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. From the red zone now, Locke eluding the pressure right. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Austin Hooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have tied things up. They can take the lead with the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
On 1st and 10, Murray over the middle, complete. That's McCoy. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And, folks, this is a 67-yard attempt. Oh, eluding the tackle. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, we, of course, saw this a little while back in an Alabama-Auburn game at the college level. You just don't expect to see this, though, in the NFL.
No, not at all.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On first down, Murray out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side, into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
After the interception, it's Love. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And some room to roll now. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time run there by Anderson. 41 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let it roll, let it roll.
Now a handoff looking right. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Carry for Bush, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Really in a hole here. 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Love. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray flushed out right. He's going to let into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. 58 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They get it to him running left. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that. Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
On 4th down, Murray escaping the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And the Colts coming out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's got room to run past the 20. Back now in Houston. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead. Right back to him on 1st down. Bust through the tackle. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Jackson. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Dante Pettis, 68 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed first route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled by Jordan Willis. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a handoff looking right. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Locke. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Bush. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Murray, flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Gone! 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 Hold this. Hot!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
675. On.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
We got three, fellas. We got three. On. One day, 53. Check 43.
Luck gonna throw it. Steps away to his left. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Now he'll escape to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free. On first down, Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On first and 10, Murray. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now, Luck. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Here's Luck. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. On first and 10, Luck. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. T.J. Green with a pick. And with this win and an AFC championship, they have reached the most hallowed ground in all of sports.
That means they are the best in their conference. What an incredible feeling for this team to go through the entire season and come out on top and now go to the Super Bowl for the right to be called world champion.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.